Trail bikes have a tough gig. They're supposed to be the bike that you can take on epic rides, climbing mountains for the best single track descents. Yes, they don't have to be the lightest or most efficient, but they do need to be good up, but then a lot of fun on the way back down. The one bike that does everything, and that might include bike park laps, hitting jumps, banging corners, not an easy job. Well, thanks to Manitou and Hayes, I've built a pretty special bike and let's try it out. Can this bike do everything a good trail bike should? So here it is. This is my Newt-proof reactor, aluminium 290, so 29er wheels, super versatile bike. It's got the flip chips, you can change the angles on this bike. Got the Manitou Matic Pro fork up front, configured now to 150mm of travel. This is adjustable, so you can internally adjust how much travel this has got in 10mm increments down to 110, so super versatile fork. Kind of covers cross-country, down-country, right up to proper hardcore trail use. It's got the Dorado air cartridge, high and low speed compression adjust and rebound, so all the same features as its big brother, the Mezza Pro. So there's a 34mm stanchion on this fork, integrated mudguard, and a post mount for 160mm rotor. I've actually bumped it right up to 200mm rotor on the front, running 180 rear on these Hayes Dominion brakes in the limited edition purple Hayes, do you get it? So I've got 4-pot brakes, big tyres. I've gone for the chunky end of the trail bike build, I think, because, you know, what's the best way to get a feel for your brand new trail bike? I think I need to go on a road trip for the ultimate trail bike weekend. On day one of the road trip, I've come to one of my favourite places for some amazing single track. I'm going to go on a cross-country ride. Got all day, so I'm going to do some pedalling, go for an epic ride. Hopton Woods are a bit of a hidden gem of trails out in the Shropshire countryside. There's no bike shop or cafe, but you pretty much have the amazing single tracks to yourself. I first raced here back in 1995, and there's still some amazing downhill tracks on the hill if you want some faster and more tech riding. Right, so I've ridden about 18.5 kilometres and 720 metres of climbing. Which doesn't sound that much, I know, but my legs are feeling it. The British spring conditions are pretty hard going, to be fair, and I'm absolutely sodden, as is my bike. So one final descent back to the van. It's short, but it's very sweet. Back there, I think it's time for a cup of tea and a bit of a clean up. Right, day one riding done, and I really enjoyed that. It's been a long time, been a few years since I've been to this spot, which reminds me how good it is. Really good single track, even though it was a bit muddy today, loved it. Anyway, I've got a drive now. It's 50 miles northwest, it's gonna take about an hour and a half, small little roads, up into Wales for another one of my favourite riding spots tomorrow. Anyway, before I get there, I'm gonna set up camp, and I'm gonna do a little bit of work to my bike, a couple of tweaks I wanna do. Right, before I get the barbecue going, I'm actually going to do a little bit of work to the bike because I've got a couple of little secret tweaks I'm going to do. Because tomorrow I'm riding Dovey Bike Park, which is a whole different story to today, but that's a trail bike, Swiss Army knife, got to do a bit of everything. So where I've kind of saved a little bit of cash on the build, I've got some SLX gears. I've actually got a secret weapon, so I've got another set of wheels with sort of trail wheels with Enduro tyres. Compared to today, I rode these XC wheels, so still Reynolds carbon, but for tomorrow, I've got some of these black label trail wheels, and they're wider rims on these as well, so 32 in width. And I've got some Enduro tyres in here, so proper heavyweight tyres for some proper riding tomorrow. So today I've been trailing, and tomorrow I'm railing. I've done the flip chip on the back of the reactor. The slackens it all out, and I think it'll suit the fast speeds and big jumps I got on the cards tomorrow. All right, day two. I survived the night in the van. Although I was woken up by the crows at 4 AM, pecking their way through my bin bags. I did see kingfish this morning, so mixed news for the twitcher in me. And anyway, Dovey Bike Park today, so a lot less pedalling. Bit of an uplift day. Let's get to it. So this is a pretty infamous line here at Dovey Bike Park. What's it saying? Pro line, triple black diamond. This is elite level, not rollable. I've ridden it before, it is gnarly. And don't forget my nuke-proof reactor is only 130mm travel. Got the fork set at 150, so it's decent, but it's pushing the bike to the limit. I've actually got the burlier wheels and tyres on, like I said. Definitely this place is rough, it's really rocky. You could ride it on the other tyres, but I think you would rip them probably, and you'd have to just ride slower. So I can thrash these wheels and tyres, and I'm going to do a bit of that now, I think. So let's give it a go. The first big drop, it's quite intimidating. It's very intimidating actually. I did it a few weeks ago on my downhill bike and I overshot it. It was a heavy landing. So I think if I land in the right spot, it'll be fine. But I tweaked my ankle quite bad up there when I overshot that jump. And it is a bit windy. There you go, 2 full days of riding. Done some exercise, been some amazing trails. Scared myself. That's a pretty successful weekend of mountain biking for me. Just reminds me how good trail bikes are as well for, you know, some of the stuff here is really rough, but it's so fast on the jumps. Even if you mess things up or you get bounced around a little bit more than you're expecting, actually you pump a couple of jumps and you've got so much speed that it makes the jump sections actually way easier than on a downhill bike. So just shows how versatile these things are. Give us a thumbs up if you love a weekend on your trail bike.